The dreaded summer slump is here, and if you listen really carefully, you can just about make out the song sung by Etsy sellers from miles around. Ah! Yeah, I did that. Seriously though, this time of year is pretty painful for most sellers, and if you've only had your Etsy shop for the past year or so, it's going to feel particularly painful because you've probably not experienced this form of slowdown before. Although, with economists currently arguing over whether or not we are heading towards a recession, you could also argue that this particular summer slump is particularly more slumpish than usual, so yay for that. So why then have I titled this video, "The Summer Slump is a Good Thing"? Hear me out, because I'm going to give you three reasons why it's a good thing, actually, kinda. Number one, it's the comfort factor. There is something very comforting in knowing that you are not alone and that this is traditionally a very slow time on Etsy. Obviously, yes, there are exceptions to every rule in all areas of life. But for the most part, summer is a slow time. And as I say, it's nice to know that we're not alone in that. People go on holiday. The days are longer, they're brighter. People want to be out more, shopping in real life shops. Remember them? And those of us that have kids, well, we have summer holidays to contend with and all of that. So there's a lot of things happening all at once that tend to draw people's focus away from being online. And it's not just Etsy either. For those of you who are trying to build a social media following right now, you may also have noticed a slump in views or likes or whatever metric it is that you're using to gauge your success or growth. It happens everywhere. It's not always an algorithm's fault. Sometimes it is just the behavior of people, and people like to be outside when it's nice. I know I do. Where I live, it's cave-like for the majority of the year. So when we get a little bit of sunshine, the jumpers come off and the summer stuff comes out. But I digress, which actually is pretty good because it gives me a chance to say, hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, hit the like button, because I never know. But apparently that's, it's YouTube law for us to ask if we don't get kicked off the platform. Facts. Let's get back to it, shall we? Yes, let's do that, Kim. 2, you know where I'm going with this. You can plan for the holidays. Let's be honest, you knew I was going to mention that. You cannot have a discussion around the summer slump without someone saying, it's a perfect opportunity to plan for the busier months ahead. I know. We hear it so often that it kind of loses all meaning. However, there is a reason why we hear it so often, and that is because it's bloody good advice. Honestly, every single year that I have not prepared for the busier months ahead, come the busier months, I am kind of angry at myself because also, as an addition to that, preparing for anything, it's something that you can control. So at a time when sales are particularly elusive on Etsy, it can make you feel a little bit better to think, well, I've got control of something, or maybe that's just me. Okay, and number 3, and this is the one that I am the most excited about. It is a brilliant opportunity for most people if you are experiencing the summer slump. Words are hard. It's a great time to take a step back and view your business as a whole. Kind of see it as, usually when everything is kicking off and everything is really busy, you're in the woods and you're surrounded by the trees, so much so that you can't necessarily see the whole forest. Whereas when it's quiet, it's a bit like taking you out of that forest and you getting a bird's eye view of that forest. Your forest being your business. That wasn't a great metaphor. My point is that you can see the whole forest that is your business, instead of just the tree that is the one little bit of your business. We'll move on. But here's why it's one of my favourite things, because it gives you a really great opportunity to see what's working in your business and what isn't. You get to see where you are spending the most time and whether or not you are seeing a return on your investment. And remember, investment is not just financial. Investment can be your time and your energy. So you have to think of it in those terms as well. Whatever you're spending the most time on, your return on investment is going to be what are you getting in terms of financial value your time, and your energy. All of those things count. In fact, depending on your circumstances, the return on your time and the energy that you're putting in can be more important than the financial return on investment. But that's probably a video for another day. It's also a really good time to invest in yourself. You can take a course or you can learn a new skill that will help you further down the line. So it's always a great time to not necessarily slow down or stop, but just to pivot, I haven't said that in a while, your attention and focus on a different element of your business. Instead of working in it, you can take a step back or two and work on it. Some are slowdowns, some are slumps, whatever you want to call them. Talk of a possible looming recession. None of it is very fun to listen to. It's all a bit doom and gloomy, which is why I made this video, because I kind of wanted to shift your perception a little bit and not say, hey, it's a great time, because it's painful, it's not nice, and it never gets better. I always feel a little bit like, oh no, whenever I experience it. But at least having been through it a few times now, 1, I know it's normal, 2, I know it's temporary, and 3, I know that there is opportunity to be seized here. So if you're feeling a bit doom and gloomy yourself or just about the whole thing, just remember there is stuff that you can do. There is good that can be taken from this slowdown. And if you want more tips on how to get ready for the busier season ahead, because it is coming, then click on this video and I will see you there.